Hello, how are you guys? It is Tuesday morning. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's a little earlier than usual. It's only 9 a.m. and I'll tell you why I'm going super early today. Because it is spring break in my house and the kids are home. So I hope they behave. I hope they're not too rowdy and loud, but the kids are home and we are in massive cleaning mode. We have we're cleaning out our house, organizing our house, kind of like Marie Kondo style, but not quite as extreme. I mean, we're not thanking any of our items that we're getting rid of or donating, and it's more of, do we use this item that's collecting dust rather than does it bring you joy? So but it's a major clean where our house really needed it, especially the kids' rooms, and we're making some big progress. So that's why we're going a little bit earlier today, because right after this video, I'm headed into my son's room to finish up. He's been working in there since yesterday. He wanted to see if he could do it himself, but he may need me to come in and do it too. So we'll see. So that's why I'm super early today. We are in massive cleaning mode at my house, but I wanted to do this video today because I had so many questions on this in my class. So let me go over a few things first. So our celebration coordination is going on right now. We only have a few weeks left. I think less than 3 weeks left, I think. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, we have, about 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks left of celebration and of these products right now. And they're already selling out. The Call Me Cupcake and Hop Along framelits are already gone. And there's some celebration products that are gone as well. So if you want any of this, I suggest ordering sooner rather than later. Items are selling out fast. You don't want to miss out. So that is our big sale. Celebration coordination's going on. And then don't forget, these are our retiring colors. Powder Pink, Berry Burst, Fresh Fig, Tranquil Tide, Lemon Lime Twist. A lot of these colors, some of the products are already on back order. So if you want any of these products, the ink pads, the re-inkers, the cardstock, any of that stuff, you need to get it now in March. In April, when the retired list comes out, they will sell out. They may not even be available at all in April. So you need to get these now. If these are colors you love, if these are colors you use a lot, make sure you have those re-inkers. Make sure you have that cardstock to coordinate with it. Stock up now, because there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to order this in April. So stock up now, earn your celebration stuff with it. It's a win-win. These colors are leaving. We already know that. Stock up now. Okay, we're going to jump right into the project today. I don't really have a lot of other stuff to talk about, and anything else I do, we'll just talk about as we go. Hey, Kim. So these little baskets, I have 3 of them here. These little baskets I gave out as my little thank you gift for people who came to my class on Saturday. And they are so stinking cute. And they were, they're not as hard to make as you think. The lids, I'm going to show you how to make the lids. The lids are a little tedious, but not tedious. I wouldn't say tedious. They're a little finicky maybe. But they open like this. Isn't that so cute? Isn't it sweet? It's like a real picnic basket. It just opens up. So I really love these little baskets and the little lids especially. The lids took me 4 tries to get it right. So, but I really love them. And this one, when I was pulling them out for the Facebook Live, look, I'll show you guys. This one is like half empty. I don't know if you guys can see what's in there. I don't know, it might be kind of dark. There are little eggs in there, little Easter eggs, Hershey Easter eggs in there. And this one is half empty. I don't know how. This one's still pretty full. I don't know how that happened. Why the purple one is half empty. I think I have a couple ideas of who is eating that candy, and maybe I'll need to put it away and not leave it on my desk, but oh, they think they're getting away with stuff, don't they? It's spring break again. Oh my gosh, spring break. But anyway, we're gonna make these. Aren't they cute? These were all made with the Gingham Gala paper, and then I used the Papa Petals stamp on here. We are not using the Gingham Gala for ours, and we're not even doing stamping on ours. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do, but let me put these off to the side, these cute little baskets. And I forgot to grab ribbon real quick. Let me grab that ribbon, because we're going to use ribbon instead of stamping. Okay, now the baskets themselves I saw on Rhonda Wade's Creating Success group, and she made she used a much bigger piece of paper. She made a much bigger basket. This basket I've been making for years and years. It was one of the very first things I learned how to make when I signed up 16 years ago, almost 16 years ago. It was one of the first things I learned to make. So this basket's been around a long time, but it's fun to revisit those old techniques. So my basket is much smaller than Rhonda Wade's. If you saw Rhonda Wade's, hers was much bigger. This one is much smaller. I'm starting with a piece of 4.5 by 4.5 DSP. This is the, oh man, Happiness Blooms, I think? Yes, Happiness Blooms DSP. So this is the one that is in the Occasions catalog. So many beautiful patterns in this one, and I've used a lot of it actually. I don't have a lot of it left, but so many beautiful patterns. I need to do something with this one. I have 2 full sheets of that one left. So, but this is one of my favorite ones. This Night of Navy polka dot. I just love that one. But you could do this with any designer series paper. The Gingham Gala is very springy, so that works great. So again, this is 4.5 by 4.5, and we are scoring at 1.5 inches on all 4 sides. Just keep rotating and go 1.5 on all 4. And we are going to score, as long as we have our scoreboard out, we're going to score, oh, those are hard to see. Oh man. We're going to score our lid as well. But we're not going to worry about our lid for a while. We're going to get back to it. So I have a piece that is 2.5 by 2.25. So 2.25 by 2.5. And so there's only a 1/4 inch difference on this. I told you the lid was very finicky, but okay, where's my measurements? So on the 2.5 inch side, we're scoring at 1/2 inch and at 2. And then on the 2.25 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 1 5/8. And 1 5/8 is the notch right after 1.5. So it's the little short one right after 1.5. Okay, so 2.5 inch side, we're going to score it 1/2 inch and 2. Then we're going to turn it on the 2.25 inch side. We're going to score it 1/2 inch and 1 5/8. Okay, so we're going to set these aside for now. We're not going to worry about the lids for now. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to move my scoreboard out of the way. We don't need that anymore. And we're going to start with our basket assembly. So let's hold on those score lines, because hopefully I'll be able to see them better for cutting. I may have chosen the wrong pattern for cutting. You could use this side too. This side's really cute. That would be really pretty. Okay, let's see. So because this is a square, the measurements are all the same. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Just choose one. I'm going to actually cut it on this side because this side's a little easier to see. But you're just going to cut up to that score line. Where is that? There it is. And then you're just going to rotate it and do the same thing on this side. Just cut up to that score line. Okay. So that's it. That's it. That's all the trimming you're going to do on your basket. So let's assemble it. So I am using Fast Fuse. For a 3D item, you want to make sure you use either Fast Fuse tear tape, the liquid glue, that would be fine too. So on one side, I'm putting adhesive on this part and this part. So I don't know if you can see. So this side and this side. And I'm going to do the same on this side. So I'm going to do it right there and right there. Okay. Now when we assemble it, you got some on this piece. Okay, when we assemble it, this middle piece is going to go in. The piece without adhesive is going to go in next. And then the piece with adhesive, you're just going to make this point and this point line up. And that's it. And then just give it a press. And that's it. That's one side of your basket. Easy peasy, right? So the middle's going to go in first. The piece without adhesive. And then the piece with adhesive, and all we're doing is lining up those points. Okay, that's it. Easy peasy. Okay, for our handle, this is just 6 by 3/4 inch. If you wanted a wider handle, you could by all means make a wider handle. That would be fine too. There's no right or wrong to that. So if you could have a wider handle, you could have a skinnier handle if you wanted to. So I just put adhesive on both ends, and then the handle is just going to get tucked down right here. And I don't know if you can see that, I just laid it flat up against that square that's on the inside. That's all I did. So I'll flip it this way and adhere it flat up against that. So that's it. That is our basket. That's it. The basket is super easy. Now you could leave it there, so you could fill it with your candies. Oh, you know what? I had other candies. I say better because I'm not a big fan of Hershey, but I do love Dove. So I have some Dove. And these are cute. Look how cute these are. They're all sunflowery. These are little eggs. I don't know how many of these are going to fit, but we'll just throw 6 in. So you could leave it like this. You could even put some little grass in or something. This is very cute. You could leave it like this, but we are going to make a lid. So let me set that aside. So, okay, back to our lid. And I'm going to bring in a couple of templates of how we're going to cut this lid. And it's not going to make a lot of sense at first, but these are our templates. So this is our 2.5 inch side, and this is our 2 1/4 inch side. So this is where we made our score lines. So we scored it 1/2 inch, 1 5/8, and then we scored it 1/2 inch and 2. So let me fold all these lines so we can get a better idea of what we're doing. And again, this lid took me 4 tries. I tried making it one piece, and it didn't open the way I wanted it to open. I tried 2 pieces and gluing them together, but again, it didn't open the way I wanted it to. So, and let me show you on one of the baskets what I mean. So this piece in the middle where they're going to meet is not glued down at all. And that actually means that you can take this lid completely on and off without ruining it. So it will come completely on and off without gluing it down. I did try adhering this down. It actually goes like that. I did try adhering it down, but when these tabs are glued down together, the lid just doesn't swing open. I mean, part of the beauty of this lid is that one side will open just like a real picnic basket. So that is the beauty of the lid. So that is why it had to be 2 pieces that were not glued together. Okay, so now that they are both folded, we're going to do some trimming. So we're going to start with this one. This is the easier one to trim. So with my 1/2 inch side at the top here, I'm going to cut up to that score lines. This is the bigger side. On the paper, there's a 1/2 inch border scored around 3 of the sides, and then there's a longer one down here. So you want the wider one at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut these into little tabs. You don't want to cut them. You don't want to cut them too much because this is where we're putting a brad to make the basket move. So you're going to notch in a little bit there, and then on these you're going to cut up the score line on the side and then notch in a little bit here. And this really just helps the basket fold together. So you don't want a huge notch on this either, but just notch in and then fold up. So that is that one. Now the other one, to make the basket open completely, we had to cut a little further in. So let me show you how to do that. So again, with that wider part on the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to notch in. That might have been a little bit too big of a notch. We'll see how that goes. But so you want to just cut up and notch in a little bit. Now I'm going to come back and do the other trimming after I do these little tabs. So just like the other one, we're going to notch in, take out those little triangles. Okay, now this is the important part to make your basket open. So on this one, I've cut up these score lines. There's about 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch before that other score line. If you cut all the way up this, if you were to cut all the way up, you would cut this tab completely off. We don't want the tab cut completely off. We just want a slit cut in it. So I'm going to take it, and I cut my tabs first so I knew where I was going to cut. And so I'm going to cut it up, and then I'm just going to leave like 1/4 inch line right there, just to keep everything adhered together. Okay? I hope you're with me. So these are our little templates. That's what we did. And so now we're going to assemble our lid. So I'm going to pull out my paper piercer, and I have some brads, and these brads are metallic brads. They come in lots of different sizes. They're really cute, and some of them, let me pull one out. Some of them look like little buttons. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. They're really cute little brads, and I love them. So these are our metallic brads. They come in lots of different sizes. I have two of the smallest ones here, and I'm using copper. I thought that was a good addition to the Night of Navy. So what we're going to do, let me pull these off real quick. We're going to put these on here, and we're just going to line these tabs up. And I'm not going all the way to the score line. I'm leaving, oops, that's a little close to the camera. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap there. You don't want to push them all the way to the score line like that. You just want to leave just a gap, maybe like 1/8 of an inch, somewhere between 1/8 and 1/4. 1/4 might even be too big, but just leave a tiny gap there. What you're going to do on those little tabs that you cut on the side here, you're just going to put a hole in, going through both layers, and then put your brads in. So, and the slit, the one with the slits is going to be the top layer. So make sure your brad goes in that one first. And so I hope I'm making sense. I really debated whether or not I was going to share the lid because it's a little finicky. Like I said, there's a lot of unusual cutting. It's kind of weird. And so I really debated, but a lot of my customers asked at my class. And so I was like, okay, well, I'll show it. And then if you don't want to make the lid, you can just use the basket as is. And the basket's still super cute. Okay, so there is our lid. Now we do have to glue our little tabs, these little tabs down. Okay, so I am going to put some adhesive on these. And again, remember, if you're building a 3D item, you want to use a stronger adhesive. That's your fast fuse tear tape, the Tombow. You don't want to use snail for this stuff. So these little tabs are just going to get glued down to these outside tabs just like this. Okay, easy peasy. And the same exact thing on the other side. Okay, so that's basically our lid. So we're going to fold these up just like that, so we have a little opening, and that's going to go right down over our basket. Super cute. And it should fit perfectly, and it does. Just gotta get those corners in. There we go. Now when you're closing the top, I found that it stayed closed better if you folded this part in first. So this is the part with the big slits down the side, and then you folded this one in second, and then it stayed closed a little better. And then when you want to open it, you just open it and take out your treats. Isn't that cute? So the lid isn't too hard. It's just a little, it's a little finicky, like I said, because of the odd cut lines. And the score lines are a little off too. I try not to do anything in 1/8 because it gets a little crazy, but every time I went to 1/4 an inch, a 1/4 or 1/2, it just never worked out. So I had to go with the 1/8. So let's finish off this basket. Like I said, we're not doing any stamping. On these, I did a little bit of stamping. I stamped the flower from the Papa Petals, and I did those in all the different colors. And I just attached those to the brad. I don't know if you can see that. So it's attached with a glue dot to the brad because I didn't want that interfering with the lid mechanics. So let's finish this one off. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of our, what is this? Our gingham ribbon. This is our Night of Navy gingham ribbon. This is in the annual catalog. So I'm going to cut off some of this, and then I'm just going to tie a bow on this. And that was actually my original plan for the gingham baskets that I made. I was going to use some of our organdy ribbon from Celebration, but then it sold out again so fast. I was like, oh, I don't want to use that. I don't want to tease my customers. So instead, I just used those as door prizes at my class. I gave away what I had left because they couldn't order it, so I wanted to just give them what I had left. Okay, so there is my, it's not a perfect bow, but It's actually not too bad. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to leave this tied to the handle so that it doesn't interfere too much with that, that lid. But there you go. Isn't that cute? I think that's really cute, just with the bow. And you can always add a little tag, or you can add something to the brad. Again, I wouldn't necessarily adhere anything to the actual lid because it might mess up those working mechanisms of the lid. It's so funny. In school, I hated geometry so much. Geometry was the one class I was like, I'm never in my life going to use geometry. And now that's basically all I do all day is measuring and shapes, and it's ridiculous. So you will use that, math kids. You will. But so that is my cute little basket. Again, the basket itself is from Rhonda Wade. I just modified the measurements a little bit. And then the lid, you know, is my own little... This is my own little thing, and there may be an easier way to make this lid, but this is how I did it. And I made, I think, 20 of them, so. But they're super cute, and they do hold a lot of candy. So if you do want to order any of these supplies, please head to my website. If you use this host code and your order is over $50, I'm going to send you a free roller ribbon of your choice, so you could choose this beautiful Night of Navy gingham ribbon. So, and then the other thing I wanted to tell you guys real quick before I go, if you have not joined my VIP group, it's, I believe I've linked it on this page a few times, but make sure you join my VIP group. It's called Ruth's Stamping Corner VIPs, and I have my 16th Stampiversary coming up this month, and on March 23rd, Saturday, March 23rd, I'm doing an all-day live event. I'm doing 3 different live videos on in my VIP group. It's only going to be in my VIP group. And there's going to be huge giveaways for people that order. There's going to be random giveaways just for people who comment. So it's going to be huge. So go, if you haven't already joined my VIP group, join my VIP group. Invite your friends to join my VIP group. I'm going to be giving out tons of stuff. I'm giving away a huge bundle as a grand prize. I won't tell you which bundle. It's a good one. It's from the annual catalog. It's a good one. I love it. I use it a lot, actually. So I'm giving that away as a big grand prize, and it's going to be a huge all-day event. I have 3 different Facebook Lives. I'm going to have amazing projects. So make sure you join my VIP group. And if you're on my VIP group, tomorrow morning I'm doing another live at 9 a.m. and I'm going to show you guys how to make this little card. It's so cute, and it hops. The little bunny hops along. Oh my gosh, this card just makes my heart so happy. So if you want to learn how to make this card, tomorrow it's going to be on my VIP group. I'll be live at 9 a.m. So make sure you join my VIP group, and I'll post another link after this video to join my VIP group if you're not already in there. So thanks guys for joining me. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to order any supplies, please head to my website, use this host code. And otherwise, I will see you guys next week. Have a great day. Bye.